These are streams that weren't taken down in time, arranged in the form of an iceberg. We'll start with the strange and unsettling, but as the video goes on, each layer will get darker until we reach the truly horrific. Viewer discretion is highly advised. Level 1. Aiden Ross's bodyguard popped his arm. Aiden Ross, one of the biggest live streamers online, was live with Zias, a popular YouTuber and streamer who was visiting that day to make content. The plan was simple: a fun and friendly arm wrestling match between Aiden's bodyguard and Zias. And Aiden's bodyguard sat across from Zias. Both men looked strong, confident, and ready to show off a little. For a few seconds, it looked like an even fight. Their arms trembled as each pushed harder, the sound of the table creaking under their weight. However, the momentum started to shift in Ant's favor. Then it happened. A sharp snap cut through the room. Ant's arm broke right in front of the camera. The mood flipped instantly from laughter to horror. Aiden froze, his eyes wide. The stream ended in panic.
Oh shit, you good?
It's broke.
What the?
I heard that shit.
After the shocking arm wrestling accident, Aiden Ross spoke up about what happened. He said it was his fault for encouraging it and that he had not planned it to end that way.
Bro, I'm not muting it anymore. I'm a piece of shit. I don't even want to stream anymore. I'm off this shit, bro. I'm just here to let y'all know that, like, this is my fault, and bro, I don't even know anymore, bro. I just feel this is my fault. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
No, it is, bro. It is.
Ant later appeared on stream with a cast on, confirming his arm was broken and twisted. What was meant to be entertainment had turned into something viewers could never unsee. The exact moment a bone gave way, broadcast live to thousands.
The boy, the one and only, the boy.
What's going on, chat? They got me all twisted.
And
Kai Cenat streams underage. Drinking Kai Cenat is known for his loud energy and unpredictable live streams. But in this time, things went too far with his friend Ray. Ray's story began in July 2023 when Kai Cenat traveled to Japan. During a live stream, Kai met Ray, a young man from Taiwan who told him that meeting him was a dream come true. The two clicked right away, laughing, singing, and joking through the streets. Their chemistry caught the internet's attention, and clips of them went viral almost overnight.
Yo! What's good, bruh?
This is my dream.
It's a dream?
Yeah! My boy!
I love you, man.
Kai!
By the time this stream happened, both Kai and Ray were riding a wave of fame. They had been planning a big trip to Jamaica, something they had been hyping up to fans for weeks. The excitement was clear that night as they practiced for when they arrived.
You look like you arguing with her. You want her or you arguing, bro?
Alright.
Come on, bro. Bro, skin lollipop. Two finger. Like that one I split.
Then it happened. Ray reached for a beer. It seemed harmless, just a quick sip, but there was one problem. Ray was underage. The camera caught everything. It was quick, almost thoughtless, but it was enough to cause trouble. Ray was still 1.7 and Twitch's rules were strict. Kai's face dropped as he realized what just happened and rushed to take the beer away from Ray. Kai's face changed as he realized what had happened. Although he couldn't stop laughing, the thought of possible bans still lingered in his mind. What had started as a fun hangout quickly turned into a serious mistake that could have cost him his entire channel. Level 2. Urage hits his eye with an axe. Your Rage, one of the most popular streamers on Kick, was outside streaming for his fans, trying something new, chopping wood on camera. The mood was light. The chat was full of laughs and fire emojis as he lifted the axe. But then, everything changed in a heartbeat.
It's still solid, but you did split it that one time. Now you're like halfway through it, like if you look through the middle. Let's do this.
As he swung down, the axe bounced back. It hit him in the face, striking his eye. His reaction was instant. He let out a sound of shock and pain, his voice trembling. The laughter stopped. Panic filled the stream. Viewers could only watch as he dropped the axe and clutched his face. The video cut off, and moments later, paramedics were called.
Oh! Oh! Josh, are you okay? I'm blind. I'm bleeding.
He was rushed to Rush University Medical Center in Chicago. For a while, no one knew how bad it was. Then, a few days later, he returned with his head wrapped in a scarf and dark sunglasses covering his eye. His friends joked with him to lighten the mood, but his expression said everything. The streamer, who once joked about everything, had learned how close he came to losing something far more serious than a laugh.
Why do you have that in your room?
I can't, bro. Is that like a joke?
No, that ass. I don't know why they have that in your room.
I think broke his nigga neck. You're so asshole. The nigga can't look from his perfume. I'm so sorry. I love you.
Din and Dash. It was October 24th, 2024. Dum Dum G's, a streamer on the platform Kick, was taking part in a challenge set up by another creator. The idea was simple. Whoever made the best date stream would win $50,000. Dum Dum thought he had found a way to stand out. He decided to take a homeless woman, Mabel, on a date to a fancy restaurant. At first, it seemed like a kind gesture. The cameras rolled as they sat down, smiling, ordering anything they wanted. Viewers watched as Mabel, who had been living on the streets, finally enjoyed a warm meal in a nice place. But what came next left everyone stunned.
76. Oh no. Oh no.
When the bill arrived, Dum Dum told Mabel he had left his wallet in the car. He stood up, smiled awkwardly, and said he would be right back.
My car. I think I left my wallet in my car. I'll be right back. All right.
Moments later, the stream showed him rushing into a rideshare and speeding away, leaving Mabel sitting alone at the table. The stream kept running as people realized what he had done.
My name's ATM Nari. Thank you.
This is NA.
Yeah.
The clip spread fast. Millions watched in disbelief as the scene went viral. Viewers accused Dum Dum of using a homeless woman for attention and clout. The backlash was instant and fierce. Even the co-founder of Kick stepped in, banning Dum Dum from the platform for good and offering a $50,000 reward to help find Mabel so she could be properly compensated.
A streamer is now facing a wave of, in my opinion, well-deserved backlash after allegedly taking a homeless woman to dinner only to dine and dash, leaving the homeless woman.
When Dum Dum later returned to talk about it, he claimed it was all scripted, saying Mabel knew everything from the start. But no one believed him, and the outrage did not fade. What he thought would make him famous instead destroyed his reputation and ended his streaming career. Level 2. Adriana Chechik breaks her back at TwitchCon. TwitchCon 2022 had taken over San Diego with bright lights, loud cheers, and endless streams of fans and creators. Among the many booths was one that drew a constant crowd, a gladiator-style foam pit made by Lenovo and Intel. The rules were simple. 2 people stood on small platforms and tried to knock each other off with padded sticks. When someone fell, they landed in a pit of soft cubes. It looked harmless, but it wasn't. Adriana Chechik was one of the most famous people there. She had once worked in adult films, but had since become a full-time streamer, known for her energy and confidence. That day, she was smiling and full of life, surrounded by cameras and fans.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Big crosshead, lots of pressure here on the perpendicular, left herself wide. Oh! Big sympathy.
After winning her match, she decided to celebrate. She jumped high into the air, her legs stretching into a split. It looked perfect until she landed. The cubes sank under her, but there was not enough padding underneath. For a moment, she didn't move. Then her body tensed and she tried to rise but couldn't. At first, people laughed, thinking she was joking. Then her voice broke through the silence. "I can't get up." Panic spread. Staff ran toward her as the stream kept rolling. By that night, the clip was everywhere. People watched in shock as the replay spread across social media. Doctors later confirmed that Adriana had broken her back in 2 places.
She's held down by the pitfall. Medic!
Gravity.
No, she's fine.
All right, we'll make sure she's okay.
Jack Doherty crashed his McLaren. Jack Doherty was driving a $200,000 McLaren while streaming live to his fans. The road was slick, but Jack kept talking, laughing, and checking his phone. His cameraman filmed from the passenger seat as the car picked up speed. It was all fun until the tires lost their grip.
Oh! No! 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 Holy shit. Oh, Michael.
The McLaren slid across the wet highway and slammed into the side of the road. In an instant, the bright lights and loud music were replaced by silence. Only the sound of rain and heavy breathing filled the stream. The cameraman's face was covered in blood. He looked shaken and confused.
Are you okay? Holy. Oh my God, bro. My whole.
Jack's reaction shocked everyone. Instead of calling for help, he handed the phone back to his injured friend and told him to keep recording. The video spread across the internet within hours, leaving viewers horrified.
Oh my gosh. There's no fucking. Michael, here. Michael, do you have your film on that phone too?
Kick, the platform where he streamed, banned his account immediately. What began as another flashy show of wealth and ego ended with twisted metal and disbelief. The crash became a symbol of how fast fame can spin out of control and how close Jack came to losing everything for the sake of a live stream. Arab Andy. It was June 2018, and YouTube prank culture was at its peak. One creator, known online as Arab Andy, wanted to pull off his biggest stunt yet, something that would shock viewers and make his name go viral.
This is for sociology. Sociology? Yeah.
Attention.
His plan took shape on the campus of the University of Washington. There, he walked into a classroom during an end-of-year reception, holding a phone and a small speaker. Students looked up, curious at first. Then, a chilling sound came through the speaker. A robotic voice announced that a bomb had been activated and that a countdown had begun.
C4 has been successfully activated. Bomb detonation countdown successfully started.
Panic hit instantly. Around 30 people jumped from their seats, rushing for the exits. Someone pulled the fire alarm. Others screamed. Word spread quickly, and nearby buildings were evacuated as police and security scrambled to respond. But what no one knew yet was that there was no bomb. The entire thing was a prank, one that Arab Andy had staged because a viewer had donated $420 during his stream.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh God, guys, we got it. Holy.
Even as the chaos unfolded, he kept streaming, laughing, filming the fear he had caused. But it didn't take long for authorities to catch him. University police tracked him down and arrested him that same day. The prank that was meant to make him famous instead ruined him. He was charged with making a bomb threat, a serious federal offense. The judge set his bail at $75,000 and ordered him to stay off YouTube while awaiting trial.
On the ground.
Yeah, on the ground right now.
Wait, what's going on?
On the ground, don't make any sudden movement.
Okay, I'm recording, bro. If you're gonna shoot me.
That's fine.
What are you doing, bro? Put the gun down. Put the gun down. What are you doing, bro?
You got me?
What are you doing, bro?
Record all you want.
In the end, he was sentenced to 2 years in jail. What he thought would be his breakout moment became a cautionary tale about how far internet fame can push people and how quickly it can all come crashing down. Sarah Kate had her eye cut. It was September 2014. Twitch streamer Sarah Kate was live, playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for her usual viewers. Everything was normal as she waited for the next game to start next to her cat, Olive, who sat peacefully on the back of her chair like she often did. During a short break, Sarah turned to pet Olive, but something in the cat suddenly changed. Without warning, Olive lashed out. Her claws struck Sarah's face, slicing across her eye. The reaction was instant. Sarah screamed and pulled back as blood started to drip down her cheek. Viewers could only watch in shock.
Hey.
Within seconds, she ended the stream and rushed to the hospital. The injury was bad. Deep cuts to her eyelid and scratches on her eyeball itself. Doctors later said that the only thing that saved her vision was her contact lenses, which had taken part of the blow. The clip spread fast online. People were horrified by what they saw, yet many were relieved to hear she would recover. After weeks of rest and treatment, Sarah healed. Olive stayed by her side, calmer than before. Over time, Sarah learned to laugh about it. She even turned the strange accident into part of her story, selling merch that poked fun at the incident. Wreckful's last stream. It was July 2nd, 2020. Byron Bernstein, better known as Wreckful, sat before his camera for what no one knew would be his final stream. Wreckful was not just another gamer. He was one of Twitch's earliest stars, known for his skill, humor, and honesty about his battles with depression. To his fans, he was a friend, someone who spoke openly about pain in a world that often stayed silent.
If you guys get lonely, you should talk to each other maybe and find some friends to play games with if any of you play games. I feel like people are always too scared to meet new people, try to meet others.
However, one particular night he was streaming, and the energy felt different. His voice was soft, his words came slowly. He talked about loneliness and urged people to care for one another. Viewers could sense something strange, but no one knew what it meant. Wreckful had spoken about his struggles before, but many thought he was healing, and that things were getting better. Near the end, he smiled faintly and said he was going offline, promising to return soon. Those would be his last words on stream.
Maybe it's all uphill from here, though. Everybody, we'll see. I will see you guys either tomorrow or the next day.
Not long after ending the broadcast, Wreckful took his own life. The news spread quickly, and the gaming community fell silent. The chat rooms that were once full of his laughter turned into places of mourning. Fans rewatched his old videos, realizing how much weight his final words carried.
No, there's no way. There's no way. I don't.
No, I don't think so.
There's no way.
Wreckful's death left a lasting mark on the world he helped build. He was more than a player. He was a voice that reminded everyone of how human even the biggest streamers truly are. His last message still lingers, a quiet call for kindness and care before it is too late. Bomb threat. It was April 28, 2017. Paul Danino, known online as Ice Poseidon, was at Los Angeles International Airport preparing to board a flight to Phoenix. Like always, he had his camera on, streaming live to his thousands of fans. But during the stream, he made a small mistake that would turn into one of the biggest scares of his life. While showing his phone to the camera, Ice accidentally revealed his flight details. It only took one viewer to notice. That person decided to pull a cruel prank, calling in a fake bomb threat using Ice's real name and the very flight he was on.
We've broke the news, Phoenix police searching an American Airlines plane at Sky Harbor. Police say an anonymous threat was called in. That threat wound up being not credible.
When the plane landed in Phoenix, police and FBI agents were already waiting. Ice Poseidon was pulled from the aircraft and detained as passengers watched in confusion and fear. The story spread quickly across national news, with headlines describing the streamer who had unknowingly triggered a bomb scare.
Paul?
Yeah.
Want to stand up?
Of course.
Grab that. Give me an electronic.
Ice later explained that he had been swatted, a term used when someone makes a fake emergency call to target a streamer. He reached out to Twitch, worried they might suspend him even though he had done nothing wrong. At first, they told him he would not be punished, but later Twitch banned him permanently, saying his streams had become too chaotic and risky.
Because what you mean, dude? We just got interrogated by the FBI for some reason. Like, dude, I want my own
The decision sparked outrage among fans who argued that he had been the victim, not the cause. With no way back, Ice Poseidon left Twitch and continued his career on YouTube, where he rebuilt his following. As for the person who made the fake call, authorities eventually caught him. The prank that had once caused panic in the skies ended in a 10-year prison sentence, a heavy price for a moment of online cruelty. Level 5. Solitary confinement. On October 16, 2024, a 19-year-old YouTuber named Norm began one of the most disturbing live experiments ever seen online. He already had more than 1 million followers, famous for pushing his body and mind to the limit through extreme challenges. But this time, he wanted to go further. He wanted to see what isolation could do to the human mind.
Yes! W's in the chat! W's in the chat!
Norm locked himself inside a small dark room with no windows, no phone, and no contact with the outside world. His only items were a thin mattress and a small hole in the wall. He called it a 30-day solitary confinement challenge. The stream ran 24 hours a day, letting viewers watch every second.
Now I know my ABCs. Next time won't you sing with me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Crazy I was.
By November 8th, he had been inside for 22 days, more than 500 hours alone. The change in him was clear. He stopped talking normally and began muttering nonsense. Sometimes he laughed at nothing. Other times, he made strange sounds and whispered about aliens and secret messages. His movements became restless and wild.
Insane saluting face. Bro, when are you gonna end this BS? It's been a month already. Turn on the light on stream please, Normie. Clap if you are doing 31 days. Baldy's basics. How much hours? Greece better than turkey.
Viewers could see his decline, and the chat was torn. Some begged him to stop, even offering to pay him to quit. Others pushed him to continue, saying it was part of the experience. As his condition worsened, no one could tell if he was acting or truly breaking down.
Rin. Xenoxy, it's alright, you have time 3. Ban the femboys PLS mods. Text green game over, 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 text green game over. Give him food 10.
To this day, many still argue about whether the entire stream was staged or real. But what cannot be denied is how unsettling it became. For a few weeks, the world watched a young man drift toward madness, and no one knew if he would come back the same. Streamer gets shot. Live on stream. What was supposed to be just another day of IRL streaming turned into something unthinkable. The streamer was outside a synagogue, camera rolling. He wasn't causing a scene, but for some reason, his presence wasn't welcome. There was a security guard stationed near the entrance, armed and alert like something was about to happen.
He said he was going to shoot me dead if I moved, everybody.
but the streamer kept filming, knowing he did nothing wrong. Whether it was stubbornness or just the blind confidence that comes from living online, he didn't back off. And in that one fatal moment, it didn't matter what his intentions were. The guard slightly lifted his weapon, pointed towards the streamer's leg, and shot. The camera shook, and he went down, hard, screaming in pain, the device still clutched in his hand, still streaming. As he writhed on the ground, gasping, crying out, the guard stood firm, gun still raised, eyes locked. Whether it was fear, miscommunication, or something darker, none of that changed the fact that a man had just been shot. I Show Meat. I Show Speed was live playing Five Nights at Freddy's, a game famous for its sudden jump scares. The stream was going as usual, with thousands of viewers laughing as Speed shouted at the screen and overreacted to every scare.
Where do I go?
What's wrong with you?
Then came the moment that changed everything. A monster lunged at him from the dark hallway in the game, and Speed jumped out of his chair in pure panic. His body jolted so fast that his shorts slipped, and for a brief second he accidentally exposed himself on camera. The chat exploded, and Speed froze as the reality of what had just happened hit him.
What the fuck, you Chica?
He covered himself and started panicking, his face pale with shock. Within seconds, he ended the stream. Clips of the accident spread everywhere almost instantly, labeling the incident as I Show Meat. Fans reposted it across Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. YouTube took the video down soon after, but the moment had already gone viral.
Huh? I love your meat!
What? No, what'd you say?
No.
What began as a simple horror game reaction turned into one of the most embarrassing accidents in streaming history. A single jump scare from a video game became a real-life nightmare for one of the biggest creators on the platform. Level 6. Hide and Seek Gone Wrong. It was April 4th, 2020, and the world was quiet under lockdown. But in Baltimore, a man named Ernest Wilson III wanted to keep the fun alive. He was 24 years old, a warehouse worker, and known among his friends for his creative drinking games, which he often streamed live on Facebook. That night, he had rented an Airbnb and planned a drunk hide-and-seek party, inviting a few close friends to join him.
When you looking, are you turning the lights back on?
I'm using the, I can only use the live.
The live?
You got me. I gotta count. Oh, hey, how you gonna hide right here?
By 2:30 in the morning, the game was in full motion. Laughter filled the house as Ernest, the seeker, wandered through dark hallways with his phone camera on, chatting with viewers as he looked for hiding spots. The atmosphere was playful, lighthearted, and full of noise. Then, everything changed.
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, because I'm tired of counting.
While searching outside, Ernest's phone captured something in the distance, a shadow moving along the fence line. At first, he thought it might be one of his friends trying to pull a prank, but as the shape climbed over the fence, the truth became clear. This was not part of the game.
And rather than going to a bar or club, charging a small fee, he was able to recoup the money spent on the property hire and pocket a little for himself. After all, he did host the event. So, on April 3rd, 2020, he once again spoke out about hosting a party. Should I do games night again this weekend?
Before anyone watching could process what was happening, chaos broke out. Ernest dropped his phone, and the stream filled with shouting, panic, and the sound of gunfire. Two men had broken into the property, announcing a robbery. When police arrived, they found Ernest shot. He was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. The man who had once made people laugh online was gone. Despite investigators' efforts, the suspects were never caught. The live stream, which started as a game among friends, ended as a haunting record of Ernest Wilson's final moments, a tragedy that left his viewers and family searching for answers that never came. Streamer has SX Live. Kimika was a growing streamer with a loyal audience. Her live shows were simple and friendly, filled with chatting and jokes. But in August 2022, one stream changed everything. Kimika was talking to her viewers when something in her face changed. The chat noticed right away. Her smile looked forced, her movements awkward. Then someone in the comments pointed it out. In the reflection of the window behind her, a shape was visible. It was her partner, and what they were doing was clearly sexual. At first, Kimika tried to act normal. She kept answering questions, pretending nothing was wrong. But the clip spread fast across the internet. People shared it on Twitter and Reddit, shocked by what they saw. Twitch acted quickly. Their rules were clear about sex acts during live streams. Kimika's channel was removed and replaced with a message saying it had violated community guidelines. When she finally spoke about it, Kimika said it was a drunken mistake. She also confirmed that Twitch had banned her for 1 week, but the damage was done. Her name became linked to one of the most infamous moments ever caught live, a lasting reminder of how fast a single careless act can ruin everything. Level 7. Vote Saxon 07. It was December 18th, 2022. Stephen McCullough, known online as Vote Saxon 07, was a small gaming YouTuber from Northern Ireland. That night, his channel was running what he called the Violent Night Christmas Live gaming stream, a 6-hour event meant to entertain his 37,000 followers. To anyone watching, it looked normal. Stephen was at home, laughing, playing games, and chatting through the screen. But what his viewers did not know was that the stream they were watching was not live. It had been recorded days earlier.
What are we doing tonight? Well, because this streaming software is kind of up the left, it means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. So, by all means, talk amongst yourselves. I could use my phone to dip in every now and again and check it, but I've decided that I kind of hate live streams where people just sit and read comments and go, "Oh my God, yes, ask me questions."
At the same time that the video played online, Stephen's pregnant girlfriend, Natalie McNally, was being murdered by him. Investigators later learned that he had planned everything to make it appear as though he was home the entire time. He told his audience that he could not reply to comments because of technical problems. To make his story stronger, he even mentioned Natalie during the supposed stream, so it looked like he was still at home.
That's what would happen in the real world. Abso-fucking-nately. Abso-fucking-natly.
When police began their investigation, the stream convinced them he could not have done it. For a while, his plan worked. He looked calm and cooperative, the grieving boyfriend who had an airtight alibi. But soon, the illusion began to fall apart. Cyber experts noticed tiny inconsistencies in the video and discovered that the footage had been pre-recorded. Then, CCTV cameras caught Stephen traveling by bus and taxi on the night of the murder, proving he had left home. He was arrested and charged with Natalie's murder. Authorities called him a manipulator, someone who had tried to use the same technology that built his career to hide a crime. Now, Stephen McCullough waits behind bars for his trial, scheduled for May 2025, a trial that will decide whether the man once known for his gaming streams will spend the rest of his life in prison. Raphael Gravin. Raphael Gravin was one of France's most recognized streamers. Known online as Jean Pormanov, or simply JP, he was a military veteran who had built a massive following of more than 1 million fans. His content often pushed limits, filled with intense challenges and shock entertainment. But in late 2024, that need for attention took a dark turn that would end in tragedy. On December 1st, JP began what he called a 12-day marathon stream on the platform Kick. The idea was to stay live almost non-stop for nearly 300 hours with a group of fellow streamers, including Owen Senazandati, who went by Naruto Online, and Safin Hamadi. The stream quickly gained attention, not for gaming, but for what was happening to JP on camera.
Oh. No, like that.
Throughout the broadcast, viewers watched as the 46-year-old endured endless pranks, humiliation, and physical abuse from his co-streamers. They dumped water on him, woke him with motorbikes and leaf blowers, even throttled him as part of so-called challenges. Donations poured in. More than 36,000 euros, each one fueling more dares and cruelty. JP became both the star and the victim of his own show. At first, it seemed he was playing along, but in later clips his tone changed. He told his mother he felt like a prisoner and said the game was going too far. In one video, his co-streamer read a message where JP wrote, "I feel like I'm being held prisoner by their stupid concept." When they finally checked on him, it was too late. JP was dead. Police confirmed that he had died during the stream. An autopsy later found no signs of assault, though JP's long history of heart problems may have played a role. But to many, his death was not simple. It was the result of months of humiliation and reckless stunts disguised as entertainment.
An investigation has been launched after a French streamer died taking part in a live broadcast on the online platform Kick. Oliver's here with all of the details. Oliver, what can you tell us?
French officials called the case an absolute horror. The Kick platform permanently banned everyone involved and pledged to cooperate with the investigation. For fans, the loss felt both shocking and inevitable. A man who wanted to leave a mark had done so, but in the most tragic way possible. All of these stories share one truth. The world of live streaming, especially on Kick, gives creators almost complete freedom. That freedom allows people to grow fast, to stand out, and to entertain millions. But it also opens the door to danger. With little moderation or control, the line between fun and disaster often disappears. What starts as a harmless idea can turn into something painful or even deadly. Many streamers chase attention without thinking about what it might cost, believing that more shock means more fame. Kick has become a place where anything can happen. It captures every moment in real time, the good and the bad. But with that kind of power comes risk. Without real limits, some streamers will always push too far, until the camera ends up showing something that was never meant to be seen.